Hello guys, this is just one guy and this is my tutorial series, Unity for Noobs. Now in this episode we're going to do something a bit different. We're going to create a long-term project and it's going to be about 20 to maybe 50 tutorials, maybe even longer, depending on how long I go with it. And basically we're going to be creating a game. Now as you can see here, I have what I'm going to create. We're going to create a multi-platform game and here's the features. Now first I'm going to go over the features of just the basics of what I want to put in the project, and then I'm going to go over why each and every one of these things are here. Now the first thing it's going to do is it's going to work on all platforms. Android, all the consoles, and well basically all the consoles that have a controller. I don't know about the Wii, just because I don't know how to program for that particular controller. But the Xbox and the PS4 should work on. And it's going to work on the Android. It should work on the iPhone, but I don't have an iPhone to test it out on, so I can't guarantee that. But when you program touch controllers, they usually work for both platforms. Although I will say, I believe iPhone controls work a bit different than Android's, so I don't want to say 100% that it'll work. But it'll work. It's going to work on mostly all platforms. It's going to connect online using Unity's new online system, the matchmaking system, because I got a lot of questions about that. It's going to be a point and click interface, and I'll go over why in a minute. It's going to be an RPG. We're going to sync the enemies and the players online. We're going to have touch controls, controller controls, and PC controls, and a day-night cycle. Now let's go over why I'm doing this. I wanted to create a project that would encompass all of my skills, and what I'm basically good at is online code. And I've just learned how to do Android code and everything like that. Actually, I've been doing it for a while, and I've done a lot of controller code on my own game lately, and I'm going to try to implement that all into one project instead of doing separate tutorials. And this will give you a better idea on how to use it. And I'll go through the code exactly, instead of just putting up the code online and then just doing an overview of it. I'll actually go through how it works so you can see what each line does. Okay, now let's go over the point and click interface. When you're working on Android, you really don't want to do anything in real time because you're dependent on the phone's connection, and that could be iffy. It's basically, you could make it work, but you're dependent on the phone's connection, and it could drop out or drop in. So a point and click interface like a World of Warcraft style game is better than just doing a real-time game where you're attacking a person in real time, because you're really dependent on the how good the connection is. Now syncing players enemies online, that's actually pretty complicated, as I discovered when I was doing it myself. It requires a little more than Unity would lead you to believe. It was actually easier for me to do it in the older system than the newer system, but a lot of people was asking me about the matchmaking system and how it works, and this is one of the things that I figured out was the hardest to do, and I'll go over that too. So basically, these are the features, and that's what I'm going to be doing from now till I really don't know, but it'll encompass all of this, and it should be a pretty good tutorial series. Thank you for watching. That's it for today.